Welcome back to The Legal Brief, the show where we crush the various legal myths and misinformation surrounding various areas of the gun world. I'm your host, Adam Kraut, and today we're going to continue our trip down memory lane with the bill that gave us the National Instant Check System, or NICS, the Brady Handgun Violence Prevention Act, or also as it's known, the Brady Bill. RE Factor Tactical is now giving you an excuse to get rid of those lame motivational posters with beautiful images like Warry Night, Colonial Maritime Raid, Predator Scream, and my personal favorite, Violence is the Answer, as well as a whole host of others on the horizon. You will definitely find one to fit your decor. To get 10% off these and anything else you order, use the code TGC10 at refactortactical.com. Before we get started today, I just want to let you guys know that I'm running for the NRA Board of Directors this coming year, and I need your help. For more information, check out adamkraut.com. The Brady Bill was the result of a culmination of several events, mainly the assassination attempt on Ronald Reagan back in 1981. During that attempt, his press secretary, Jim Brady, was shot and left partially paralyzed for the rest of his life. Following that shooting, Mr. Brady's wife, or Sarah Brady, became an active voice in seeking gun control, joining the Board of Handgun Control, Inc. in 1985, and later becoming its chair in 1989. You guys may better know that organization today by its name of the Brady Campaign. Part of Sarah Brady's contention was that had John Hinckley Jr. been required to undergo a background check before he was able to purchase the handgun he had used to attempt to assassinate Ronald Reagan, it would have detected some or all of his criminal history and mental health background. Hinckley had used an old ID and a fake address on the form he completed to purchase the gun at the pawn shop. Which, by the way, and this isn't a surprise to anyone here, it's already a crime to do that. Interesting side note, Hinckley was actually released from prison in early August of this year. So what did the Brady Bill contain? Well, it contained a change to the law that required within 5 years the Attorney General establish a National Instant Check System, or as we know it today, the NICS, for licensees to contact to see whether a person was prohibited or not. The bill also established an interim 5-day waiting period for purchasers of handguns so the local chief law enforcement officer could be contacted. Essentially, until the NICS system came online, there was that 5-day waiting period on handgun purchases for the CLEO to conduct a background check. After the implementation of NICS, the system we know today, that 5-day waiting period was a thing of the past. Of course, as I'm sure all of you or most of you are at least familiar with, this only applies to purchases from licensees. Private party transfers are governed by state laws. For those who were erroneously denied a purchase once NICS came online, the bill also provided a method for individuals to challenge that denial. The bill also had a rather interesting provision relating to the shipping of firearms. That provision stated that no common or contract carrier shall require or cause any label, tag, or other written notice to be placed on the outside of any package, luggage, or other container that such package, luggage, or container contains a firearm. After all, that makes sense, doesn't it? We wouldn't want somebody who wants to steal a gun to know there's a gun in the box.
What's in the box?
And once again, we see the government specifically forbidding the use of the information collected in relation to performing a background check to be used in any registration of firearms, firearms owners, or firearms transactions, save for prohibited person records. In other words, the only legal federal registry is still the NFRTR from the National Firearms Act. So, if you've been following along, we've talked about the National Firearms Act, the Gun Control Act, the Firearm Owners Protection Act, and now the Brady Bill, all of which are the essential building blocks to federal firearms law as we know it today. If you didn't catch any of those previous episodes, be sure to go check them out. Hopefully that gives you guys a brief overview of the history of the Brady Bill, specifically and how it modified the Gun Control Act. If you guys like this episode, you guys know what to do. Hit that like button and share it around social media with your friends to help spread the knowledge. Have a question you want answered on the show? Let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to like the Gun Collective on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Full30, Snapchat, and wherever else you can catch us on social media. And as always, thanks for watching.
The shirts worn in today's episode of The Legal Brief have been provided by Patriot Patch. Click the link in the description to learn more.